So what we can see right off the bat is we see our Asian session, right? So this is what I call a two-phase manipulation model, right? It's one of my favorite manipulation models to trade, right? So what we can see is I always want to focus on how price is behaving near the Asian range, right? So remember, we have our triple X model over here. So just keep this in your head, everyone. It's the triple X model. And so the triple X model, the reason I like it is because it's straightforward to learn, right? And it's simple. So you want to know where to trade from. So how do we determine where to trade from? How do we determine our key level? So this is how we do it, right? We are looking for a 15-minute fair value gap, right? I'm going to dive into which 15-minute fair value gap this was, right? So this is the 15-minute fair value gap over here, right? So we can see this candle and this candle. We have a gap in this candle. So I'm going to label that in blue so traders can understand. This is the 15-minute fair value gap. Now, I often get questions about my point of interest, right? So I don't trade directly inside of the fair value gap. I use the fair value gap to dictate where my key levels are going to be, right? Where are my supply and demand zones? So in this case, the way I do it in this case and every other case is I take the candle before the fair value gap, right? So if you have any doubts on this, just drop any comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions on this. This is my fair value gap, right? This is my point of interest, right? This is the fair value gap. This is my point of interest. Now, a couple of things about this point of interest I want traders to understand, right? I call this a two-phase manipulation model. So the reason I call it a two-phase manipulation model is because price manipulates both sides of the Asian range. It is a two-phase manipulation model. So what we can see over here is first we see the previous day high being swept, and we also have the Asian range high being swept. So this is what we call buy-side manipulation, right? We have taken out liquidity to the upside. Now, we've taken out buy-side liquidity early in the London session. I believe this was 8 a.m. UK time, so 3 a.m. EST. Now we take out the Asian low, right? So we take out the Asian high, then we take out the Asian low before heading higher. So you want to ask yourself what this means, right? From a liquidity perspective. So from a liquidity perspective, when you see this, the way